Good morning from Memory Bound on this Happy Hump Day Wednesday, and we're talking. It's 4/24/24. So that's a lot of fours, and we're glad you're joining us. We have Diana today, and she's showing us the pyramid card, which I think would make a really nice mini album also. So a card, mini album, and she's got dimensions, and she's actually going to make one for us. And so Diana, it's got 6 layers. Or 4 layers?
6. Well, 4. Yeah, 4 that open
4
and
layers.
shut, and then the bottom layer.
So welcome everyone, and welcome Diana, who worked last night and put out new freight that we're going to show you today.
Yeah.
So Diana's here, and we're going to get right back over here to her pyramid card. Before we do that, we want to show you what we did yesterday, and then we've got 2 new collections and a new card kit to show you that came in from PhotoPlay. And then we're just going to let everybody know that Happy Healing is in the house, and we're getting it out right now and getting it set up, and we'll be showing that tomorrow. So that's tomorrow. Let's look future. Here's the past. So here is Janet's flip album, her Remember flip album, and it comes in a kit, and we showed it to you yesterday, and we even had Janet. We had a split screen, and we even brought Janet on to show and talk a little bit about her project. But it comes with this frame, or the stand, and all your little pages flip over the top. And it's perfect to put pictures and memories of someone who has passed, and you can set it out, and they're with you all the time, every day, and you can enjoy them. So that kit, it comes with a stand and everything you need, and it is $39.99. And it uses the Remember collection from Simple Stories. So it's really beautiful. So good morning. As you're joining us, we've got Diana in the house today, and she is going to be showing us a pyramid card. And she's going to actually make one on the camera so you can see it firsthand. And the other thing we showed yesterday is Janet's recipe kit. It's a recipe box kit. It's a memory box, so you know your recipes have a lot of memories with them. At least mine do, and I know a lot of yours do. Cooking with mom or grandma or your family favorites. And this is something that Janet is going to be doing a craft along with us on Monday. Janet will be here at Memory Bound, coming up north to Iowa, and she's going to be making this. She told me that there's so many pieces in here that she won't be able to create all of them during our video, but she will create the vast majority. And so if you want to do that with her, maybe you have a kit or you'd like to get a kit, the recipe memory box, and it's $59.99, and it comes with this wood crate, which we are all here at Memory Bound absolutely love these crates. So anyway, that was kind of a mouthful of everything from yesterday. And Bunny says she's doing the flip frame in remembrance of Steve, and that's so sweet.
Okay, got it.
And we love hearing those stories, and I know Janet especially does too. We actually have a Janet wall. This is our Janet wall right now because she's been doing a lot of kits for this month's memorial theme that we've had, because a lot about scrapbooking is remembering and telling stories from your family and from the past. And she'll be here on Monday. So, and PJ said it was good to see us yesterday. She came in person. If you guys have been following her here on our video, she's been working her way up from Texas, and she made it to Iowa. So that was nice. Welcome back. And welcome back over here to Diana.
Yeah.
So we have some things we got in from Scrapbook Customs, and that's where we're getting our paper for the eclipse. I was going to say the episode. I don't know why, but the eclipse. And they are so behind that we did not get the eclipse yet, but we did get some other things that we had ordered, and we're going to go ahead and show those. So Diana, can you grab some of those stickers and let's show them what we got?
Absolutely.
These are the Word Bit stickers, and these are really popular. People really like these.
Casino.
And these are $1.99, and they are going to be out there in their themes. So you're going to find this when you go to themes, and you go to travel, and you go to U.S., and you go to
And that is
Veda.
travel.
And here's Mexico,
Yeah.
which isn't that far from Las Vegas.
Travel. This is sports.
So this is cheerleading. So if you got a cheerleader, these are great little fillers for your scrapbooks.
And that one's England. And Australia. If anybody's going to Australia, I'd love to go to Australia.
Put it on the list. Diana.
And this one is my instrument or music.
And we have a lot of papers that coordinate with this. If you go to our music, band, dance, music section, you'll see some watercolor papers that coordinate with that.
And that's school, classroom, all that kind of stuff.
Now this is actually homeschool.
Oh,
So that's the homeschool sticker, which is
there's
pretty
more
nice.
hiding in here.
And
That's the 4th of July.
so these are the word bits, and you're going to find them under themes. And Janet linked our themes category for you.
And then we just have a sticker sheet that's hiking.
And you know, hiking
Look
season
at
is
that.
coming up. It's
It
back.
is.
Here in Iowa anyway, our weather is warming up and it's time to get out and enjoy some nature. So we're going to go from that to some really unusual things.
Well, we got our little ladybugs back in. We
And
had
how much are the
those.
ladybugs?
The ladybugs are $3.49.
So $3.49
And I
for
think
these
you get
brads.
12 of them. 12 little ladybugs in there. I love ladybugs. And then we've got colored brads, chunky brads. 48 of them for $6.99.
And I don't know that Diane and I were talking, and we could have swore we've had these before, but
I think
don't
we
know if we
have.
had this color combination, but
Yeah.
it's nice because you get a bunch of different colors in one pack.
Yeah. And then here's the black and white and silver.
So good for graduation.
Yeah. It's called Tuxedo Assortment.
Okay,
Chunky
and we've got a
breads.
couple questions. We're going to have to ring the bell, Diana.
Well,
Diana's
that's
going to
over
go
here.
ring the bell. She's got to be careful because look at all our lights and cords. We're not supposed to show you this part of it, but Penny, we're looking for demolition derby stuff. So maybe we might have some things in cars.
Yeah, I think we have some.
And then
Some of that
Jan
kind of
is
stuff.
asking for simple stories, page pieces. So is there certain ones that you're waiting for, Jan? Let us know, and then we can check on those too. Okay, now we've got 2 new collections from Photoplay, and the first one's called Liberty. And this is really a great collection. It's designed by Michelle Coleman, and she's been doing a lot of things for Photoplay. It's kind of, distressed.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, like, look at that sticker, and it's kind of
Almost
distressed.
a
Like, looks like it's been
vintagey
sanded. Yeah, vintage is a
Something.
good word.
It's got the, like the picnic baskets and stuff.
So
I
here's
kinda
the
like
sticker
that.
sheet,
So that's a sticker sheet.
and this is all. Actually, it's called With Liberty.
yeah,
and here's
with Liberty.
so here's the
There's a
paper.
cut
This is the cut
apart.
apart,
Ooh,
They
you gotta
do.
like that.
and
And
then
the
you got your
back is
fireworks.
yeah,
firecrackers and
firecrackers on
sparklers.
the back. But this has lots
There's
of
a-
good words on it.
It does.
That would look really cool.
And this, oh my
Another
gosh.
cut apart. Ooh.
So they've got a couple of 6x8s and then 4x4s on here. So if you were doing a
And that's
6x8
just a
album, those are perfect. Oh, this is beautiful
Red.
here.
Yeah, you could use that for other things.
So this is With Liberty by Michelle Coleman. It even has the Pledge of Allegiance there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really nicely done
And
collection.
stripes. Love stripes. Gotta love stripes. Pretty, pretty stripes. And flowers.
So there's your floral. That's called Family Picnic. That's kind of, I like the names. They come up with good
Good.
names.
Ooh, another cut apart.
This is called Old Glory. And it's
Goes
got
got
your,
one 4x6
well, it's got a couple
and the rest of them are
4x6 and 3x4s.
Yeah, 3x4s.
It's, I like that they
and
mix
that's
them
just
up.
a plain. That's
oh
just
gosh.
nothing. That would
And then
be really
if you look at that, so
neutral.
flip that back over if you would, Diana. So if you can see how
Yeah.
everything goes so well
Oh
together.
my gosh, yes.
And that's a really nice and plain, and even the red and the cream, like you can see how the red
yeah,
goes
the
with
reds
that.
goes with it. Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to see
Very
that
nice.
on the, you got to come see it in person if you're local, because it is
Yeah.
really nice.
This is a good one to go with that because it actually has that beige coming through on the white stripes. I like that.
So we do have
Those
individual
stripes.
papers for this. we
Stars.
typically do have individuals for photo play. Thank you, Penny. Penny's got some options for the derby thing.
I like this one. This is one of my favorites. I think this is.
Okay. Yep, I like that too. That's a good border. And then
And
we
then
love our plaids, don't we? We always light up
yeah.
when we see a plaid.
Yeah. So then there's the whole paper pack.
So we have the individual papers. We have the collection that has the stickers and all the
Got the
pattern
stickers.
papers.
Yep. And the plain pack. That's nice too.
So this is actually cardstock from My Colors.
Red.
And we probably have these individually.
Got that creamy color
yeah,
in it.
it's a good one.
And we have
My favorite.
yeah, ephemera.
So that is
that fun
with
stuff.
Liberty. And Diana, we've got a couple questions here. Do we have paper with strawberries? You might.
Strawberries. We got watermelon. I know that.
Oh, they want the page wieces for Remember. We're going to have to get. Why don't you grab the bell?
Yeah,
Carefully
we're
grab
just
the bell. So while she's getting the bell, because we're going to have somebody come help us. Demolition Derby. This is what Penny found. She's got the checkered flags, and here's paper with cars. And we've got kind of beat up license plates. We're looking for paper with strawberries on it, and the page pieces for Remember. Here, this is kind of fun for that. These beat up license plates.
Oh yeah.
And then Penny really did a great job. So here is a paper from Reminisce called Diamond Plate. And then we have, of course, the checkered flag.
Again.
You're going to find all of these like under cars. And this one is Racing Speed Happens. And Diana's going to be doing something with that coming up. And here we've got tires. These are all going to be under our cars and driving section. And here's one that just has parts that might fall out after you have some demolition. And then I really like this. I want to do an album for our son and all the cars that he's had. And this is a sticker sheet from Reminisce. And it's called Garage Life. And maybe this is what you need is the checkered flag kit. We showed you some individual pieces, but this is a collection kit from Reminisce, and it's got stickers in it, and it's got paper. So there's some options, and then Penny got us some possibility of strawberry paper. This is the Simple Vintage Berry Fields. Those are big strawberries.
Very big.
Those are big ones.
Very,
And
very
this
big.
one's got a little tag with strawberries. Oh, Penny, thank you. So these are Simple Vintage Berry Fields, and this was a collection that came out about a year ago. And we still have it because we love it so much. And then she pulled this paper from American Crafts. And I don't see a name for it. You might have to call for this one. But this is kind of a greenish teal, and it's got the strawberries on it. Okay, and then I think we were looking for the Remember Simple Pages page pieces from Remember, and they are in stock, so if they're, Janet can link them, and the number is 21531, and if there's a problem with them, then we can have Diane check it out. Oh, we have one in inventory. It's our last one then.
Yes.
Okay, well, we're probably going to have Penny order some more of those for us on
All right.
Notions. Get like 12. Okay, now let's see. Let me catch up with sheets of Speedway paper. Now we need Speedway paper. Some of those checkered flags I think would have worked for the Speedway. And we've got other people. Okay, I'm catching up, guys, on comments.
I know. And this,
Now we need Scouts with Pinewood Derby. That would work
there's
for Speedway.
a Speedway paper there in this pack, and probably this too, a little bit.
Now we need Pinewood Derby. Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts.
I think we might have a Pinewood Derby. All right, so now we're looking for Pinewood Derby. Okay, so while Penny's running off to do that, this is our next collection. And it is called, it's Cocoa Paradise?
Cocoa
Paradise. So
Paradise.
here's the stickers. And this, when I saw this, I just thought this was beautiful.
It is.
And it just
Maybe
kind of,
goes to
it
the
looks relaxing. It's got your pinks, your teals, kind of some greens. You got your flamingos.
Turtles.
So that's the sticker sheet. Diana's got the papers here to show us.
These are so pretty.
Thank you. Okay. Penny's awesome today.
She's running herself wild.
Oh, she is. Okay, that's called
Okay.
Paradise Found.
That's pretty.
And we do have all the individual sheets for this collection. I just thought it was so beautiful, we ordered everything.
That's so pretty.
And these palm leaves are really, really pretty. It's called Tropical Floral, so it's got your leaves, your flowers,
Little unmuted.
and then you got your
Little
turtles.
turtles. That cute. Cut aparts.
Like with Liberty, they have this cut apart sheet that's got lots of titles. And I think if you're doing an album, these are perfect. You don't even have to die cut titles, Diana. You can just use that.
Just use those.
And that's called Let's Get Away.
That's pretty. It's all pretty.
It
It's all-
is.
wish I had a beach
You know,
something
I've
to
never,
do.
we went to Hawaii quite a few years ago, and I've never done anything with my pictures, and I'm going to have
Ooh,
to
there
grab
you
this.
go. Yeah.
This is Coastal Dreams, and that's got your cut aparts with your pineapples. And
Got a lot of journaling places.
look at here. Sun-kissed and passport ready.
Wow.
Paradise is the destination. And here's your seashells. So even if you just want, maybe you went shell hunting, even at the lake or someplace, this would be a great paper.
Yeah.
And it's called Let's Flamingo.
That's
back of
because
it's
it's
got your-
the flamingos.
Yes, it does. Love that.
Like a good zoo page for flamingos.
It would. And the zoo here in Des Moines has
Absolutely.
got a really nice flamingo area. Here is Sweet Escape.
Pretty, pretty. It's got yellow.
And that's kind of a yellowy green,
Green.
for the background. And this is designed by Michelle Coleman also, and maybe you can kind of tell that.
So there's the pack.
So individuals and the pack.
Got the sticker sheet.
Jean is here, and Jean made a comment, Diana, and I bet you can relate to this. She says, "I'm late. I just got back from filling the planter up." And I was thinking of a flower pot, but I know that Jean is a farmer, and
corn
so they are
planter.
busy out in the fields.
Oh, I know. This time of year, we were always busy, busy, busy.
And there's a cardstock that coordinates with it.
Pretty, too.
They've
Oh, my gosh.
color coordinated this, picked out the cardstock they thought was the best.
I like that aqua tint, it's called.
And then
Okay.
they've got a stamp set and
Yeah,
ephemera. So here's the stamp.
That's right.
Jean said no beans. Does that mean corn, probably?
Yeah.
And here's the ephemera, and Diana can flip it over so you can see the pieces in it. So if you have a tropical trip planned, or you've been on a tropical plant. Now,
Yeah.
now I'm a little confused. I'm getting mixed up. Okay, here's what we have for Pinewood Derby. We have a paper, and it's got 3 Pinewood Derby things at the top, and then we have a title that says Pinewood Derby. And the paper is $1.50, and the little thing here is $3.99. I think that works pretty well. And Jean says corn done, it was beans. All right. Now the last item that came in from Photoplay is it's a card kit, and it's called Just For You. It's designed by
So
Becky
cute.
Moore. It makes 8 cards, and these are kind of nice because there's a little bit of everything in here. There's Let's Celebrate. Here's some chickens, just chicken in with you.
That's good.
Elena says she's
Get
got to
well.
take a trip to use that beautiful coastal paper.
I know. That's what I think, too. We can all plan a trip together.
Now, what we love about the card kits from Photoplay is that you get, Diana, can you open that so we can show it? You get enough paper to make 2 sets of cards. So if you add on another sticker sheet, and you get this in your kit, Diana's going to open it so we can show you if you're not familiar with the Photoplay card kits. This is why we love them, because you're going to get the sticker sheet,
Sticker sheet.
and then you get your card bases. So you get 8 card bases, and they're a nice weight of cardstock. And then you're going to get your papers that you're going to use on your cards.
2 of each.
And you cut these apart according to it's got directions, but notice you're getting 2. So you're going to get 2 of that one that's got this side, and then you're going to get 2 with the back with stripes. And you can kind of see that your cards come together there. I don't know where the package is. Is it on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you get 2, so you're getting twice the amount of paper that you need, which is kind of really nice that Photoplay does that.
Yeah.
So then you're going to get your
Instructions.
directions, and you'll see like on this particular sheet of paper, you'll see here it is on the card and here it is on your paper, and you cut that out and it becomes your card front. So if you pick up one more sticker sheet, you can make 8 more cards with your own card bases, and most crafters have card bases, and we do have envelopes that come in packs of 8, so if you wanted envelopes we can get those for you. So if you grab this card kit from Becky Moore and Photoplay, just think about getting an extra sheet of stickers, and then you can make 16 cards instead of 8. And
Absolutely.
this is so fun because Joey is here from Photoplay, and she said, hi, friends. So hi, Joey.
Hi.
We love the release that we got in yesterday from Photoplay with the Cocoa Paradise and with Liberty and a new card kit. We love card kits.
Absolutely. Oh
And
my
the
gosh.
price on this, Diana, did you happen to notice?
I don't know if it.
Oh, here it is. It's $12.99. So you can make your 8 cards for $12.99, and for $3.99 you can add a sticker sheet with your own bases and make 8 more. So that's a deal, and they're fun to make because you don't really have to design anything. It's all been designed by Photoplay. So all right, well, Diana, I think we are ready to check out our pyramid
All
cards.
right, let's do it. Do it to it if I can get past all the.
All right, so Diana's
Things
here
about-
today, and Diana does a lot. Diana is our glitter and glam. Everything's got glitter on it and sparkles, and
Well, these not so much.
these not so much.
Well,
I
a
had to
little bit.
look
I
and
kind
see.
of put some glossy accents on some.
So like open up one of these just to show us what we're making today with
Yes,
the pyramid
actually, I'll
cards.
open all 3 of them just so you can see. This one is made out of the Remember line
This
that we
is
have
in
right
loving.
now,
This is in loving
or in
memory,
loving memory.
which
Okay,
is
they're both together.
another Photoplay. This is another Photoplay collection.
It is, and the butterfly, I believe, is an Elizabeth Craft one.
But
But
look
anyway,
how this opens.
oops.
I got to get back so we can see everything.
We got to get it up. There we go. Okay. So when it opens, it pulls open like this. And you can also, on this side, it has pockets.
So
and,
those are all pockets
Whatever
on every
they
page,
are.
pretty much.
and that's up to you, whether you put pockets or you put just a photo or whatever you want to put, of course. I mean,
Well-
you decorate them how you want. But it's just an accordion fold down then to the pyramid, and then the bow ties it. So that's that one.
Okay, and I want to mention that she's calling them pyramid cards, but there's lots of room for photos and things like that. And this is the Remember collection, and Janet can link it for us. It's a kind of a memorial collection, but Diana picked out just the patterns because I think she liked these colors, and it's not necessarily a memorial thing. It could be for anything.
Absolutely. I'm thinking Mother's Day now.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Grandma's Day.
Put
Mother's
grandkid
Day.
pictures in it?
Absolutely.
All right, let's check out your next
Even
one.
Father's Day, you could make a Father's Day one. So this one is the new 49 and Market. What's the newest line
Crafty
for-
Garden.
Crafty Garden line that I made.
And she's got color vibe for her base there. it
And
looks like.
again, you just
Oh, this
you
one
can
you've
open
got
it
some
up.
more things
Yeah, I
in.
put more things in this one than I have the other ones so far. So, and then of course, if you turn it over, same thing. You have
So you
put
put pockets
tags.
on every one, but you could, if you didn't want a pocket, you could just put photos
right. You
there.
could just put a photo. You could mat a photo on there, or put it on with corners, or however you want to do it. And it just.
Oh my gosh!
Now these the tutorial that I used is, I don't know if any of you follow this guide. It's called Paper Crafts by Paul, and I think his name is Paul Lang Ford, I want to say. And he's a crafter, and he does mostly like books, little books, and little albums and things like that. But he also did this card, and he actually made it one more layer so that this biggest layer down here would open, and put an 8-inch base on it, because he uses mostly graphic 45, and he uses their 8x8 tablets. So, but in order for me to put an 8-inch on here, it would have taken like 2 more pieces of paper, maybe 3, because I would have had to have a colored piece.
And what
too.
you've done only takes 5 sheets, right?
Right.
Okay.
And so rather than add the extra paper, I just made it the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels, which goes from 3 inches down to 7 inches instead of 8 inches. So this is the one.
So your first one is 3 by 3, and your biggest
Right.
one is 7 by 7.
And it just goes by inch. So 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, 6 by 6, and a 7-inch
Okay.
base. The 7-inch
And
doesn't
Diana
really
says
open.
this is an easy pyramid card.
It's
and she's going to
very
show us how to
easy.
make it.
Yeah.
It
If
looks
some of you
complicated.
remember years and years ago, I did a class with the other pyramid
Yes, you
card that I
did.
made, and it was one of those that flipped and flopped and opened this way and that way and down, and I mean, it probably could have held 100 pictures. But that definitely is a class. That's not a
You know, I do think Mother's
demo.
Day. This would be really nice for
Wouldn't
Mother's
it though?
Day. Yes.
And this is our new sunflower, and I haven't even put pockets on some
so
of these
this is
yet.
Cartabella Sunflower Summer.
Yeah, and another way you could do
Little
it is
angle.
put like the little angle ones, and then it opens up this way.
Diana, I think graduation. This would be
And
so
graduation,
fun for graduation.
absolutely, yeah.
Get your school colors. If you're local, we have school paper for your schools. And,
mean, you
or
can
just do graduation
Yeah.
and put pictures. and-
Birthdays, you could do it for birthdays, you could do it for Christmas, you could do it for new babies, put gift cards in some of those pockets,
Oh my gosh,
whatever you
yes.
wanted. And our sunflower is our, it's right over there. It's an
the
Elizabeth Craft flower.
It's called Florals 26.
And we just
Diane-
this morning got
just
a whole
came out of the box.
new batch, so they're ready to order. Diane says.
I'm not sure how much they are, but I think Janet can link it for us. It's Florals 26. And does it make different sizes then, Diana?
Well,
Oh, yeah, you could,
Yeah,
'cause
you
you've
can
got
layer
different
however
flowers.
you want. But I'm here to tell you that is one of the easiest sunflowers dyes you will ever
And Diana
use.
would know because she has lots of flower dyes.
Yes, I do lots and lots of flowers. And I just did a flat one here. I didn't do any shaping or anything, but really with a sunflower, you don't need much shaping. So you just want a flat one
So
on
there
here.
it is. And maybe if I get up close, you can kind of see the layers
Yeah.
and then the little center part.
Yeah. So that's kind of a fun one. And I love sunflowers. Everybody knows I love
Well,
sunflowers.
and the sunflower is
so-
going to be great with the new collection from Cartabella called
Absolutely.
Sunflower Summer. And we've got, I think we have the whole collection. There's a couple things that
Right.
are out, but they're on their way back. They're in a truck somewhere coming
Yeah.
to Iowa.
Those two papers up there are the two papers that I used in this book. The yellow
Because
matte and the flowered.
so is the teal?
Yeah,
Oh, the
that's-
teal's on the back. The blue's on the back of one. Because you said it takes 2
Yes.
sheets of pattern and 3.
Right. The blue is on the back of one of those. I think it's
Okay.
on the flowered one. And so
Well, I'm amazed that it only takes 5 sheets of paper. I'm
yes,
really curious
And-
about this.
And scraps, but there are a lot of scraps left over after we get done cutting, and there are, and you can just go into your stash and get scraps that match for pockets and stuff too, or you can buy an extra sheet of paper and make all
Sure.
kinds of pockets and tags and everything else that you want to go with it. So I'm going to lay this.
And Diana,
here.
while we're in between things, we had a question about how to search on the blog, and there is a search bar on the right, but if you're looking at it on your phone, it doesn't always pop up. But I just subscribed to our blog. Like, Janet might laugh at this, but about a week ago, I subscribed to the Memory Bound blog. So whenever a new post comes out, I get an email that shows me the post, and it's all right there in my email. So, and that's at the top of our blog, and Janet can link our blog. It's right on our website, but at the very top you can subscribe and put your email in, and then you can get a copy of our blog sent to your email address. And I really like that. It was handy.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Handy dandy.
So,
okay, what are we gonna make one now?
We are, and I'll give you the list of supplies because they're so easy. You will need 3 sheets of 12 by 12, something for your base. And I use the dark brown, and usually you would use.
She used color vibe, and we don't. I don't know the exact color of it because we've cut off the strips.
Yeah, I have cut off the strips.
But we have a whole library of color
here,
vibe.
I got it up here somewhere.
Oh, it's called espresso.
Espresso. Okay.
So this dark brown is called espresso.
Yeah, but you can use a black, or in this one I just used 2 of the. I use the blue, or it's one of the blues, I think, a dark navy or something. It too is a color vibe.
Look at these nice samples that you made for us, Diana.
Yeah,
that's great.
now we are going to make the ones with the little bit wider margin around.
This one?
Yes, because again, if you make this one with just has the 1/8 of an inch around each layer, it's going to take another piece of paper to cut some of these bigger mats.
Okay, so we're going to make this one
here. So we're
here.
making the one with the 1/4 inch around, all the way around.
So you need 3 sheets of your base paper?
3 sheets of your base paper, and then 1 sheet each of your designer paper to make the basic pyramid. And after that, then you need your scraps and stuff. And 30 inches of ribbon.
And that's to wrap around
and tie.
30 inches.
If you want to do that. That's optional. You don't have to do that. And then this little piece was just a scrap I had left over because once you put your ribbon on, then you will cover it with something on the back piece of paper.
It probably gives it
and
some,
it
makes it a
doesn't
little
matter
more sturdy
what.
too.
Yeah, you can use your brown. You can use anything to go over it, or you can even put your ribbon between those 2 layers. You don't even have to. Use that 3rd layer if you don't want to.
So here Diana has put her ribbon between the layers.
Yeah, I put that between. I put an extra layer on, but you don't have to do that.
It's got the velvet ribbon on.
Yeah, I love that velvet ribbon. So, and other than that, you need 1/4 inch score tape, your tape runner, and your liquid glue.
So we're talking score tape here.
Mm-hmm.
And your tape runner, your favorite tape runner, whatever it is you like.
Yep.
And then a liquid glue like Nuvo or Art Glitter Glue.
Sure, this is going to come out.
And Diana's using her precision glue press from My Sweet Petunia, and I think we have 2 of these left, and the rest of them are not going to be here for about 5 weeks. They're out of stock again.
Again.
So that tells you something, that they are really a great product.
Yeah.
So if you want one, give us a call right away, or you can get one later this spring.
And then you need a scoreboard, a trimmer, or a score blade, whichever you use to score with, and a trimmer. Like I said, scraps of coordinating paper. Optional, of course, any ephemera you want to use, tags, photo mats.
So all your embellishments then.
All your embellishments, okay?
Okay, so Betty's just jumped on. She had a doctor's appointment, so hey, Betty. And just to let you know, we are making a pyramid card or album, I guess. I think you could do whatever you want with it.
I'm not sure what the official name is.
We need a name that's a cross between a mini album and a card.
And a card.
Like a
something
Mard.
Like that, yeah. something like that.
Okay. So you're using the Caterpillar crease for your scoreboard.
Right, that is my favorite.
You and Chris both
me
love
and
those.
Chris. But I'm going to be cutting before I do this anyway. So I've made out these sheets and just actually drawn out what the sizes are. So on 1 sheet of your base, you will get your 7 by 7 base on your card.
And
your
I'll
5
take
by
pictures
5
of these for our
and your
blog.
3 by 3. So those are just your bases.
I love your pattern here, Diana.
Well, sir. Alrighty. Thank you.
And this is also a base paper
Oh,
here.
wait a minute. That's not a base paper. Excuse me. I was going, that's not right.
Diana's got to get her papers.
I got to get myself
fixed here.
organized here. Sorry about that.
All right. Well,
That's
forget
paper
that
A.
one. You're
Yeah,
going to need
forget
it
that
later.
one. Yeah, I was going to say because we got to be able to fold those. You can't fold those. Okay, so it's your 7.5 inch base for your 7-inch mat. Your 3.5, and it'll be 3.5 by 7 piece, and your 4.5 by 9, and you can see those just will fit right in there. So you get those off of your first one.
And we will take pictures of these for you. And they will turn
let's-
up on our
let's
blog.
do that. And for the second sheet, you get your 6.5 by 7, because this will be your. I'm trying to think here. What?
That says it's for the 6-inch base.
Oh, that's just how to form it. Okay, so we're just going to cut this one piece out of this, 6.5 by 7. Because your very bottom base, you have to piece 2 pieces together. This is the other piece to it, 6 by 6, and your 4 by 4. And then this is how we put it together. So if I'd get my papers in the right order,
so you
we'd
have
have it
3
made.
base papers.
Right.
And she's got a cutting guide for each base. And we will get pictures of these. I guess let me just leave this here for a second so you can kind of look at it.
Yeah,
or
take
pause
a
it.
Screenshot
And
quick.
here is paper B, which is going to be, again, your base paper.
And you can see you got a whole bunch of extra
Yeah.
that you can use for
And here
tags
is
or something if you wanted to, or
Your
mats.
third, is this paper C then?
Yeah, this would be the third one.
Third one for
you're
your
just
solids, or
you're
your
just
base.
cutting that one out of that.
Okay.
So you've got a lot of extra here
Yeah, looks like it.
of paper. Okay, so
It just has to be that darn 6.5, so you need that
Yeah.
third sheet of paper, don't you, Diana?
I know I may have to turn this around
Oh,
here
go ahead if you need to.
just to be sure
So
I'm
we're
getting
cutting
it
our first base paper.
right. And if you're like a lot of them, if you have a trimmer that is one of these that divides up in the middle of everything. Now this one's very nice because I can see my 6.5, I can see my 7. 6 3/4 is a little iffy. Then what you do is you cut your smaller piece first because you can really see that, and that's 4.5.
Oh, because you know what's left. We got little math
Right.
going on here. 7.5
Yeah.
plus 4.5 equals 12. So, Diana,
Right.
that's a wonderful tip.
So I am going to cut at the 4.5 first because I want to get that off. Then I know this is 7.5, and I don't have to measure it out and try to figure out where in the band it goes. So it's going to be 4.5 by 9. All these pieces are whatever the width is. It's double the width for the length.
They're always scored in the middle. on
Right,
these
because
pieces.
they're all scored in the middle. That's what makes this one so easy.
And
Why I
Diana's
like
using the Caterpillar crop trimmer, and that's got the
Yes.
self-sharpening blade. You never have to get a new blade. And have you found that to be true, Diana?
Yeah, I haven't had any problem. I use it all the time.
And we
as
know
you
that
can see
Diana
it.
does a lot of crafting.
There's a lot. So we know already that this one is 7.5 across, so all I have to do is cut it 7.5 by 7.5. And this is the bottom base, so you don't need it to double. That's just your base.
Okay, so that's your bottom piece, and she wrote base by it.
Now this one has to be 3, 3.5, and you have to double that, which is 7. So we're going to cut the 3.5 first. Get my line good. And it's got to be 7. And I can see my 7 on mine, but a lot of them, that 7 is right in that area.
Yeah, for me it's it
So-
cuts off at 5, which is bad because then you got 5. You know, you do a lot of A2 cards, and you need 5
Right.
1/4.
So that's your first sheet done.
Okay, so hand me the sheet real quick, and I just want to show everybody this. So so we can piece this back on here, and I just think this gives you a visual. So there's the 3 pieces that we need for our first base color.
Yep. So this one we're going to cut a 6 by 6 because we're going to add this on to a piece in the next one. And I can see my 6 okay, so we'll do a 6 by 6. So that's
pretty
base.
slick.
This is an extra piece again. You'll come up with a lot of extra pieces. And now we need a 4x4. So I'm just gonna cut the 4.
So we've
That's an
got our
extra
6
piece
by
there.
6, and Diana's cutting the 4x4 for this one.
There's my
There we go.
4x4. And this very last piece, we're cutting a 6.5 by 7, by 7. So again, let's see, 5.5. So I'm going to go down and cut a 5.5 piece off because otherwise
Diana's doing a lot of math today.
the 6.5 falls right in the middle of your joint. So you know you're going to cut a 5.5 off. So I'm going to cut that off. So this one should be 6.5. We'll see if it is. Yep. And by 7.
Now this one's not square because she's got to have this little score piece on the end.
Right. It's not going to be
So
a square.
6.5 by 7.
By 7. Okay. So first of
Look
all,
at our pile, it's growing.
Yes, I'm going to get rid of all of my scraps because I don't want to get them messed in with everything else here.
So we've cut our 3
right now.
We have cut our 3 base pieces, our 3 background, base, solids,
Yeah, the solids.
and we're using the Espresso Color Vibe,
right.
which is the cardstock that's got little dots on one side, and the back it's not really solid. It's kind of
Kind of
heathery,
muted, like I don't know what you would call it. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut these also while we're doing them. Oops. So this one,
So this is your
again,
pattern
we're
paper.
cutting that 7 and a 7 and a 5. I'm going to cut my 5 off first. And then I know I've got 7 left. And
So we're
these
gonna-
are 5
yeah.
by 5.
5 by 5, okay.
These are going to be on the actual inch. So that's a 5 by 5
Getting
piece.
a good pile going here, Diana.
We are, and that's an extra. And then we need a 7.
You are going to have a lot of extra paper, aren't you?
You do have a lot of extra paper, and you can make all your tags and stuff out of that. So then we want a 3 by 3.
So this project takes 3 solids or base papers, 3 sheets of 12 by 12, and 2 sheets of 12 by 12 pattern paper.
That's my top.
And then embellishments, whatever you want for embellishing.
And you can see these are your odd numbers. So this is your 3, your 5, and your 7. And that's what step it is on
Okay.
your pyramid. Is your, let me get the one that actually matches it. The 3 inch is the top, 5 inch, and 7 inch. So that's, did you get that?
Yep, we got it.
Am I moving it
So
too
3,
fast
5,
for
and
any-
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're going to take the other color, which is the in-between color for the 6 inch and the 5 inch.
This isn't what I expected, Diana.
And we're going to do, let's see, okay. No, this is my base thing. I've got to look here a minute.
You go ahead and study that.
Yeah, because I might have goofed something up there.
Uh-oh. This is cardstock base, and these are on ½ inch, a little bit bigger.
Right, that
This-
should have been right.
Should this be, this says paper
Oh,
B.
Yeah, I did do one wrong.
Do you
So
want
I'm going to have to do another one.
We'll do another one.
I've
That's
got
okay.
it. I'll
We got
just take
another
one of
sheet.
these. I've got some extra in my thing too, but
All right.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. So really, your things that are the ½ inch are more of your
let's
base.
see here though. 11.
So here is our
5.5.
pattern paper that she cut, and it looks to me like the bases are like ½ inch bigger. So
I'm
instead
trying
of
to think what. So these should be right though. Let me see here a minute.
Diana's going to study it for a minute.
Yeah, let me study it here just for a minute.
Here's
Those
the,
are right. We know
here's
that.
the sunflower die that just came in today. that Diana used for this little project here on the top.
This one, what was
And I'll let
this
you guys
one?
know that
Okay.
Maggie's got a sunflower project coming in also that she's working on. And I bet she could use this dye for it, so we're gonna have to tell her about that. I think what
Okay.
happened was you just, because this says paper A, this is
Yeah, this
cardstock.
Yeah, that's what I did. I had those bases all mixed up. I don't
And
know
that
why it
says
was
paper B,
B. Yes,
and that's the base. So we got to
All right.
recut our base.
recut a base. Sorry.
We can do that.
Always cut your thing off first. Yeah, 6.5 by 6.5 and 5.5 by 11. That makes
Diana's
more
gonna cut
That
this.
makes more sense.
Well, it does say cardstock base on it. And,
Yeah, I should
and
have.
these three say card. We just got one of our sheets mixed up because she labeled them really nice. So you got cardstock base, and the cardstock base that she's cutting right now.
But I'm trying to figure out why this is a cardstock base color. Why this is an 11 incher here. What I'm doing with that. Oh.
So here's the one she made with the photo
Okay.
play in loving memory.
I'll figure this out as I go along.
I know
guess.
you will.
I've not, mind you, I've whipped these out like 2 an hour for.
You know what, you
and
just
now
can't-
I'm in front of the camera and I have no idea.
We're live, Diana.
Idea what I'm doing.
But we
But
can't
we will
tell.
Okay, we're going to get rid of that just because.
All right.
And this is my second one, my 6-inch and my 4-inch. I do
Okay.
know that.
So we're good with that.
I think we're good with this.
So it's kind of like the pattern paper, you're just cutting in even inches, is what it sounds like. And your
Right, and the
base
other ones
papers
is
are like an extra half inch
it's extra half.
for this mat that goes around
So
the
this
edge.
is my 6. Okay, we're good. And I'm just going to cut a 4-inch by 4-inch.
And if you look at this one, Diana cut this flower, but she cut it multiple times, which is a trick that I know a lot of you know, and then you stack it. And then it looks much more dimensional than it typically does.
Okay, at least I got all these tops right. They're right. This is your B color, which is your yellow color here. So they're even, a
and we
4
can-
and a 6,
And
even
we
numbers.
can kind of see how they gradually get bigger here, Diana, when
Yeah.
when we stack them up.
When you
So
stack
do you
'em up.
recommend when you get started to stack them like this?
you
kinda know what's going where.
Yeah, then you'll know what's going
But
where
that's pretty
instead
just
of
like that.
being. It is, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
So this is our 7.5 inch, and I still might not have. I hope I have these all right. But so this is going to go on the top of that. We're going to attach that.
Kay says she's going to use this for a going away gift. Which would be
Gee, I hope
really
you don't
nice
get
for
confused.
retirement. We hope we haven't confused you today, but we do have instructions.
But we may have, and I still may not have this right.
We're going to find out. It's okay. Look, we have a
we're gonna
whole
find
stack
out,
of
aren't we?
espresso cardstock here, so
know that
we
we-
can cut it as many times as we need
And we
to.
may need to one more time. I don't know. If I do it like that, see, these are bases. I don't want those bases. That must be from my old one. But I need.
So she's kind of organizing the pieces, and after she gets them organized, she'll show us.
She's organizing. I have a lady here that would like to look at these. Would she be okay in the background? Yeah, because we're doing this.
Sure. We can use all the. Okay, so I've just got one that's not right.
Only have
But I
one
don't-
extra?
But I don't have any of them that are. Oh, yeah, no. See, I did cut something wrong here. Okay, this one goes with that one.
You've
Well,
got it there. We just have to
we
get
three-
rid of.
we
We just
just-
have to get rid of the ones
I
that
know,
don't
I-
work.
And I think no, that doesn't go with the.
Now I will
I'm
let you
trying to
guys
see.
know that Diana was all organized today, and
Oh,
then
I
she
was.
started
and
working
then I
on
started working
putting
on
out
it.
freight and pulling web orders and.
Oh my goodness me!
And Darlene, thank you. Somebody asked the name of the site where you
those
got
are-
this, Paper Crafting with Paul. And thank you, Darlene, for
Yeah, Paper Crafting
answering.
with Paul. Okay, well, let's see. I think I have
Are we
one,
good to go?
2, 3. And this one's going to go on this one. I think we did
Are
it.
we,
I
have
don't
we
know
got
how we
ourselves-
did
Are we
it.
back together?
I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Okay, now we're going to get our scoreboard out.
Now we got to do some scoring.
Okay. Okay, now who's confused about all that? Is there anything I need to
We're a
go
little
over?
confused, but you know what? I think if we post these, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, get those.
So-
and maybe I'll even before we post them put a little bit better directions.
Yeah,
I mean
that's no
on there
problem.
as to what. Yeah.
So Diana, let's just think about where we're going. Is this the 6.5 by 6.5 that you just pulled out? Oh no, it's the 7.
Yeah, this is half of it, and where's that other half? Second half. That half.
Okay.
Okay, because we have a 6.5. Let's see if I can. I don't even know which way this is going to go. I think it's going to go.
So right
this
now
way.
you're using the 7 by 6.5 piece that you're
Right,
gonna
and it's going to attach like
Oh,
that.
this is the one you said you have to use 2
Right.
pieces.
So this is a 7 piece because we are going to score at a 1/2 inch along there, and then attach it to this 6.5 piece.
Because we don't have
6 and a
13-inch
half.
paper.
Right, and it's
Okay.
got to be 13 inches.
All right, this makes a lot more sense to me now.
Right, and so I've got the 7-inch along my top, and I'm going to score at a 1/2 inch.
So this is the 7 by 6.5. So start
Right.
with that piece first.
We are going to start with that piece first. And
then-
basically what we're going to do is just lay this in, and it's okay that this seam is on the outside. I'm going to lay this aside just a second while we do this. So basically I just glue this. I just put a little glue along here and glue it.
Okay.
It's not going to hurt anything. I mean,
So we're
you
attaching
can
the 6.5 by 6.5
You
with the
can-
6.5 by 7.
Right.
And that's how we're starting.
And so you have this bent up, so just butt this into it. Make sure all your edges are even everywhere, because you want all your pocket or your folds or whatever to be even.
Uh-huh.
And then fold this over and just put it down.
Perfect.
And so now it opens up, and it's 13 by 6.5. Okay. Alrighty, we
So
got
is
that
it,
one.
did we just make this layer here? So we got
We did.
so
yeah.
we just made the second layer from
Right.
the inside, and
So it's going to go.
I'm going to open this, and maybe it will make more sense. But it is actually this piece we just made right here.
Right. Exactly.
We hooked the 2 6.5 pieces together, and the one had the little 1/2 inch tab on it. So
Yep. And
Okay.
it's going to go on top of your base piece. And this is your base piece and its top. We'll put that all together in a second.
this makes really good sense to me now, Diane.
Now it's, yeah,
it-
it's coming together here.
It's coming together, everybody.
Coming
Get ready.
together. It's coming together. Okay, so this is our 11-inch piece. Everything's in half. So we're going to score at 5.5.
So this is
are
our
we
5.5
upside down?
by
Do I-
11.
Do I need to turn
You're,
it
no, you're
around?
fine. You're fine.
Okay. So it's 5.5 by 11, and just make sure all your edges line up really nicely before you.
I think that's important on a square project like
Right.
this, because you want it all to
You
flip
want it all to look
and not look
like
kind of like it's going crooked.
right. And so this will go on here, and we'll put this
Okay.
in the layers in a minute, and I'll show you a trick to that. But this is a 9-inch piece, so we need it at 4.5, halfway.
And that is from this sheet. You got your 4.5 by 9.
Right, and again, make sure your edges all line up.
Well, you know, it's funny. Diana and I talked a couple days ago about should we cut pieces online during the video so you could see
Next
the
time
cutting.
we won't do
No, we're not cutting next time.
We're not cutting next time.
Or should we just have it pre-cut? And we thought actually cutting it might be handy for you to see, but
Well, it's confusing for you to see
it's
me
a little
doing it
confusing
anyway.
now. But
So this is a 7-inch, so we will score at 3.5 inches halfway. Okay. And again, just make sure everything is
So all of your solid or your bases get folded in half.
get folded in half.
Except for that large one that you have to put two pieces together.
Right. And somehow I did this right. I actually put that flower in the middle.
Hey.
That's what I tried to do on my one
You
at
didn't
home.
even try and it worked
And
out.
I didn't even try this time. It just, oh my goodness sake.
So we got all our pieces laid out here.
Yep. And I this.
And
'Cause
we
I don't-
are
we
making
have-
this. Well, actually, yeah, grab that one because that's the same paper.
The actual one we're making here.
So we're making
Okay.
this one here.
Now, the trick to this, to have it open up like it does, is that, turn it around so it's right with your world, is that each fold, what do I want to call these little things, booklet,
It's kind of a little booklet.
opens the opposite directions. So your top one opens on the right,
Okay.
and your second one will open on the left, and your third one opens on the right, and your fourth one opens on the left. And that's what gives you, when you pull it out, that. Okay?
That was a very good visual.
So, even before you glue your papers down, I would make sure, when you have it with you, your top one's opening on your right. Keep it just like that. This one has to open on the left, and it isn't yet, so we're going to open this one on the left.
And if you
Okay.
have dimensional paper, or directional, not dimensional, but directional,
Yeah, you want to make
you
sure
just want
that's
to make
too.
sure that
So then this one will open on your right. And this one has to open on your left. Okay? So you got to keep that like that. And meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and put these,
whoops.
put our mats. Oops, you got to take your thing off. I'm not used to having a thing on it because I
You
usually
probably don't at home. You just
no,
keep it
because
up.
I lose it as soon as I
And
take it
I
off.
don't know if a lot of people know, but we have stands for these. I don't know if you use one, Diana.
Yes, I do at home. I
But
have
it's really
stand.
nice because there's this holder for these, and we're going to ring the bell, and they just sit like this on your desk in the holder.
Yes, they're very nice.
And then you can find them because that is the easiest adhesive to lose. Because look at this. This is what I do. And then I'm like, then I get mad, and I'm
Yep.
like, where's my adhesive? And I'm like, Doug, do you see my adhesive anywhere? Can you grab a holder for one of these, Penny? You know, the little stands that these sit in?
Yes.
Penny's going to get one so we can show you.
Okay, so
All right, we got our bottom.
this is our
pattern
bottom
paper
one
in.
is on. And
Are you doing this upside down, Diana?
well,
You don't have to. If it's,
you know how confused I get right side up. I don't know that I should be doing things upside down.
maybe we need to pre-record this part, you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but
Well,
we just
whatever's
want
better
to
for you.
do one at a time. So first of all, we got to put our papers on. And you can see this is where that seam is. Heck, this is going to cover
Oh, yeah,
up
you're
most
not
of that
even
seam.
gonna see that.
You're not even going to see that. And I am just eyeballing, so it's in the middle.
Okay, so that's our layer that goes right on top of the base.
And it should go. Well,
Do you want to
down
look
here.
at this one, Diana? This one is actually upside down. This one's
Yeah.
facing me.
So it's this way,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, because I want that up. Because got to have my flowers going the right way too. Okay, so then that one will fit on and eventually open from the left. And so we just move up the ladder here.
So is it good to get all your pattern papers on and then
Yeah,
things together? Okay.
that's what I would
Is that
do.
what
But
you typically do?
But make sure that you got them going right and left before you do that, because of course you want
for your directional designs?
design. I don't know.
It's
I
just
don't know if
really
that-
striking with this sunflower summer paper from Cartabella.
It is. This is very pretty paper. Okay, so that opens that way. This one's got to open the opposite way, so it'll open on that side.
And Diana, don't you think if you turned it around, it would be okay? I mean, as long as you
Oh.
make them all opposite.
Yeah,
I guess it depends on how you want it to pull open.
to pull open. Yeah.
So you could experiment with that. The people are talking about their lids to their tape runners. And Penny could not find the little stands for these, so I'll have to get some ordered.
And so this
thought
one
we had a
opens
few.
the opposite. And this is going to be our top one. Now this is going to open from the right, so I want to make sure I get this flower on right. Okay.
I know you lucked out cutting the flower just right. So Diana was
Although I
using-
put a flower over the top of that one, but
you wouldn't have to
still,
necessarily.
no,
here.
you wouldn't have to.
So she's using this sunflower summer paper. It's new from Cartabella. And what she's talking about when she cut her pieces, it just happened to have this centered
That
flower on the
sunflower.
top.
So you wouldn't really have to put
No.
anything else on there. You could
It looks good like
embellish
that.
that even or something. Put some sparkle on it or something. So, okay, so we've got them each going the opposite direction, and we're going to pray now that I keep it that
Here we
way
go.
till I get
This
done.
is it. But we also have undo that we can use if we need to.
Okay, so we're going to center this one in the center for you.
Oh, here
Okay.
it's coming together, everybody.
See, and this one opens from that way. You just have to keep checking and rechecking and make
Yeah,
sure.
it's kind of like that.
Because
Measure
somehow they-
twice, cut once. or
Yeah,
Measure 20 times, cut once, whatever it might be for you.
I've actually found they somehow turn themselves around sometimes. You know, I don't know. how
Somehow
that-
they do it.
I don't know how that happens, but
We're having
Oh,
questions
man.
about tape runners, and there are so many different tape runners, and we even all of us at Memory Bound, we each have our own little favorites. The one Diana's using is called the Easy Runner Grand by Scrapbook Adhesives, and it is a favorite. It's probably one of our best sellers because it holds 150 feet of tape,
yeah, it's getting a lot.
and you can put different types of adhesive in it. Diana's using these little
All right.
strips
Yeah, I
of
got
tape
the
come out.
regular one right now, but until
And you can get dots for it. I personally like the dots myself. But I think people like it. It looks big, but it's not heavy and it's not cumbersome. It's easy to hold. And
used
oh my
mine
gosh,
for
Diana,
years.
the Easy Runner Grand is that maybe $21.99, and the refills maybe $11.99. I'm not 100% sure, but it's probably the one that people, if you do a lot
Yeah.
of crafting, you really
about
love it.
they are about that, I think. But
Mary says you're doing a good job. We're getting it all together.
well, yeah. Now once I got it organized, okay.
but
So
Diana, we had a little mix-up, and you figured it all out. That's the hard part.
after 25, different cuts. Okay, so from the right, from the left, from the right, from the left.
Sounds like a
So
workout
it will,
video.
it will, it will open up and open up. So now we just have to decorate it, which I'm not going to do today, but I'm going to show you how to put your ribbon on if you want to put ribbon
Okay.
on it.
And earlier, Diana
So
said
it's
30 inches of
30
ribbon.
inches
is
of
what
ribbon
she's
is
using.
about what it is. And again, I find the center of the ribbon and the center of my card. Let's see. Yep.
And it's nice to lay a little strip of adhesive.
Yeah, I do, even though it's going to be covered up. I mean,
It
basically.
makes it easy.
and it'll
It's a-
keep it
it's
in
a
the
good
center. And then this I just cut out of a scrap, and I'm just going to put it on as that. You can put anything on the back if you want to put a piece of paper that you can actually write on, so you could write
Oh,
something.
good idea.
Or, you could write on this actually because it's not that
It's not real
dark.
busy.
Yeah. So, and you can make it as big or as little as you want. You can make it fill up the whole thing with just a little border, or you can just cut a piece if you don't have that big of a piece. Cut a smaller piece, just
Well,
enough
I'm glad that you're showing us that.
to
'cause
hold
on
it down.
this one,
Yeah, that one's
well, that one you've got
that
about
one's
the
got-
same size.
Yeah, but some of those,
This one,
yeah,
she
that one I got a whole
covered
big
the back
piece.
a little bit more. So it's kind of what you like.
So yeah, that's the basis, girls and boys. I just put pockets,
It's such a
corners.
fun project.
just photo mats, tags. You can put anything, gift cards.
And Diana was
Whatever you want.
inspired by paper crafting with Paul. You
Yeah.
whipped out a really beautiful bow on that. We're going to have a bow
it's
tie,
a-
and a lot of people are challenged with
Yeah,
bows. And that's,
yeah. Well, I usually am, but
well, that went right for you.
okay. I think that's the basis.
So
Any
that is the
questions?
pyramid card. Lots of people are liking it. Lots of hearts.
Now the score tape, basically, of course you could put the layers together, score tape if you want. I didn't today, but it's basically for your pockets.
So
When you put your pockets
we're not
on.
putting the pockets on today, but you can see.
Right. And the pockets, basically, you just cut the width. And then I did anything from like an inch and a half. I think these might be an inch and a half to maybe 2 inches on some of the bigger ones. The corners, you just cut a square and then cut it diagonally, and
So
then
here
use
she's
the
got
corner.
pockets, and she put little strips on top for some
just to
decoration.
decorate it somehow.
And you could take your circle punch and punch little notches there if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can do it's elaborate as you want on the inside, and then if you want to put something, on your front cover, like your butterfly or something, those are just die cuts.
So this one, she used the Cartabella Sunflower Summer. It's a lot of S's there.
And that
And
one.
here she used the photo play in Loving Memory. And then this is the 49 and Market Crafty Garden that she used. And this one, you've done a lot of embellishing in this one.
Yeah. And that one I used the sunflower dye on also, but I just used like 1 or 2 layers.
So sure.
Well, I used the same layer and I built it up so it was thicker.
So those are actually the
Instead
same.
and that makes it look like a daisy, which the daisies are in this line.
So those are actually the same
Yeah. See this
flower dye.
right, and it has a daisy, and so yeah.
So she used this dye on both of these,
My
but they did
absolute
not look the
favorite
same at all.
Sunflower dye. We got a bunch of them in, so
Well, it's sunflower.
just
Well, it's
today's.
not really sunflower time yet, but
no, not till fall.
but
usually
Diana
we're
is
on
known
this
for
stuff.
sunflowers too. So I'm just going to put a little plug in for you. She has the best flowers, and her sunflowers, and you get a lot of unique ones too.
Yeah, I go to the store and buy a pack of every color. That's my problem.
She likes variety. Well, Diana,
Variety.
you have inspired lots of people today. Somebody talked about a gift. Elena's going to make it for Mother's Day for her daughter, which is a great idea.
That's what I made one for my daughter, but I made my more complicated one that I taught in that class for her. I don't know which birthday, maybe her 50th birthday or something, and put all her pictures in it from babyhood up
Oh,
in it
what
for
a great
her.
idea.
So it was like a little album. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, Diana, thank you so much for making this project and showing us how to make it. We will take pictures, and they'll come out on our blog in a few days, and then you can see the directions and everything, and you can always refer back to our video. You just need to fast forward through a little bit. Fast forward through that first
through
cutting.
the brown
And
cutting.
and then you'll be good to go. So everyone, have a crafty day, and we hope to see you soon. If you need any help, give us a call or stop in, and we will be back tomorrow, and we will have the new Doodlebug collection is here, and we'll show it in detail tomorrow. But it is available. So thanks, everybody.